Hi, it's Simon Lovell here, personal trainer, author of The Lunchbox Diet, and welcome to this series of video tips in which I'm going to be giving you 50 ways to lose weight, and in each of those tips I'm just going to expand on them. Now I do have a prompt, so bear with me, but I really wanted to get going and give you these 50 tips, and as I said, they're going to be in 10 tip segments over the course of the videos, so sit tight. So tip number 1, go for a walk every day. Now everyone is at a different point with their exercise. So for example, if you haven't exercised before, then going for a walk every day is a good first step. But for example, you may be already exercising in a gym, so you might then take the next step to say join a fitness boot camp, or take it to another level, start training for a sport, for example. So depending on where you are, you want to reach the next step, okay, and see progression. So if you haven't exercised before, start going for a walk every day, but elevate your heart rate. It's really important to feel a little bit like your heart rate is increased, and that way you're going to be burning calories and also expanding on your VO2 max, which is basically the amount of breath that you can take in. So the harder that your lungs have to work, the fitter you're going to become. So start by walking for 20 minutes, then increase it to half an hour, start walking up some hills, and generally just building on what you've done before, and people often make that mistake. And tip number 2, eat moderately sized meals and have healthy snacks in between. Now obviously the beauty of the lunchbox diet, it makes that very simple because you've got the lunchbox available to you, but if you're not able to do that for some particular reason, then just by having small regular meals, you're going to lose weight more effectively, because it's going to speed up your metabolic rate, okay, which is how calories are burnt and how efficiently they're burnt. Remember this also, if you have a big gap between meals, between breakfast and lunch, or between lunch and your evening meal, then if you've had a big gap, then it comes to your evening meal and you have a starter, a main, and then a dessert, and that's when you tend to overeat, and you can say eat 500 to 1,000 calories in one sitting. So by eating small regular snacks, you're going to balance your blood sugar levels, you're going to find it much less likely to snack on unhealthy food, and that way you're going to keep your energy up as well. Tip number 3, I want you to put some clothes on your wardrobe, a bit of clothing that you want to wear. So this is going to, every time you get up in the morning, you're going to be visualizing the bit of clothing that you want to wear, and this is a fantastic tip for visualization, and it acts as a trigger. So for me, for example, I've got my own kind of business targets and things that I want to set, and so I have them written down around my computer so I see them every single day, or I have a goal card in my wallet, and that then gives me something which I see every day. I go and pay for something and I see that goal card there, and it just acts as that trigger in my mind. Tip number 4, add vegetables to each of your meals. You can even start doing this for breakfast, but certainly throughout the day. A lot of people just have vegetables in their evening meal, but I don't want you to do that. I want you to be having it all throughout the day. And again, the lunchbox diet is great for that, because the box is filled through the combination of the 8 superfoods and combination of foods. But again, if you're not able to do that, just build in vegetables. Even if, for example, you normally have for example, a good breakfast is poached eggs on some wholemeal bread, for example. Just add some spinach underneath the eggs. Perfect. So just start building that in. Which brings me on to number 5. Eat a healthy breakfast every single day. If you're skipping breakfast, and I know that many of you watching this are going to be skipping breakfast, this is quite detrimental to your weight loss, because again, it's about your metabolism. You need to be eating small regular meals. So if you're into the habit of skipping breakfast, please try and train yourself out of that. Number 6, don't eat until you're full. Save some room. So again, by eating this is why the small, little and often method works so well, because you don't want to eat until you're bloated, because you get tired, you get lethargic, and that way you're not going to be able to want to go to the gym and that kind of thing. So small regular meals is the way to go. Number 7, don't listen to negative self-talk. You can have this, you can have people around you, and I've trained myself now that if I get a bit of negative self-talk, you can easily just switch it and just try not to have that talk come into your mind. Just divert it to something completely different, and also surround yourself with people that are always positive. remember your thought patterns are by what you've had to deal with that's around you on a regular basis. So it's very easy for you to train yourself out of that. Start writing down, if you have a negative thought, for example, write what the positive of that is. For example, you may be thinking, oh, I'm fat. Well, actually write down on the other side, I am looking to be more healthy, and that would be a positive version of that. Okay, so don't listen to negative self-talk. Number 8, cut back on caffeine and alcohol. Now, a major reason why people have caffeine is because obviously energy levels are low. So you may come to 3 o'clock in the afternoon and you're tired. Well, again, eating for small regular meals, that's going to increase your energy levels. So you're going to not have to rely on things like caffeine and alcohol. And obviously, if you're stressed, you're going to be drinking alcohol. And that's going to obviously build a lot more calories into your diet, which is going to obviously make you put on more weight. So it's about reducing your stress levels, maybe to cut out your alcohol. Maybe you have a glass of wine after every meal, and it's just a ritual that you've had for years. Well, if we can start cutting back, so if you have 5 glasses, over the course of a week, drop that back to 3, then 2, then 1, and slowly, by making these changes, you're going to be able to build that into your life to be more positive and cut down on those calories. Okay, number 9, weed out calories that you've been overlooking, like dressings and other sauces. So you can have a really healthy meal, but then it can be destroyed being healthy by you just adding some kind of unhealthy sauce, or maybe you just have like a creamy dressing, that kind of thing. And those little tweaks to what you're eating, maybe it could be breakfast, could be evening meal, or throughout the day, can build up over the course of a week to hundreds and hundreds of calories. And final tip on this part of the series of videos is number 10, and get enough sleep every single night. Now here's the thing, if you're not getting a good night's sleep, okay, you're going to wake up, you're going to have less energy, you're going to be more stressed, you're going to eat more calories because you're going to want to eat. You've not had a good night's sleep, so you're going to feel that you need calories to keep you going throughout the day. So start to build in a really good sleeping pattern, and that can even be by getting a better pillow. I found that out recently. I had a pillow and I thought it was okay, and I got a new one and it was just so soft and it was just put me out like a light. So that can be good. Also, go to weightlossmindpowerforlife.com, and there, if you put in your details, you'll get a free hypnosis relaxation session from Trevor from Harley Street, and there's an interview there about all the mind techniques that you can use to help overcome sugar cravings, more motivation to exercise, comfort eating. But if you put in your details on that page, you'll get instant access to a sleep hypnosis session. Again, that's going to help you lose weight as well. Anyway, this is Simon Lovell, part of the first 10 tips, and I will see you on video 2 for the second 10 of 50 tips to lose weight. This is Simon Lovell, and I'll speak to you soon.